That's what I call it.
We're rolling, and
What is this reflection?
we have
That light.
what?
Could you tilt that light?
Yeah.
Right.
Very good. Thank you.
I wanna be the one.
I'm still rolling.
Yes, we have speed.
Okay. The first question I'd like to pose to you guys. You can't lean in.
See my shadow?
No, see your head.
Worse.
More than this. Can you describe the Philadelphia sound?
Is that question again?
Can we describe the Philadelphia sound? Well, I think the Philadelphia sound is a combination of experiences that Huff and myself have gone through here in Philadelphia. The Philadelphia sound has been around for a while, and I think we were the continuation of it. I think when we first approached Clive Davis at CBS, that he recognized that the music and the people that were involved in the band and the songwriters and the artists, that we had something just a little special. And I think the sound was a little bit between gospel, a little bit jazz, a little bit rhythm and blues. I think it was a combination of some real strong feelings.
Great. Before Clive and CBS, you had Philadelphia International.
No, we had Gamble Records during the time that Clive took notice of what was going on. We had a group called the Intruders, and we were sitting on top of the charts with this particular group.
We also had, what was it, Neptune Records.
Neptune Records.
With Chess Checker.
Yeah, with the OJs.
And, that was in the early 60s. And we knew Clive Davis, many, many years ago. Clive Davis was at CBS, and I met Clive Davis when I was about 18 years old, when I was an artist for CBS, and Clive Davis was there then. And in 1970, that's when we took Philadelphia International Records. We called Clive Davis after our agreement with Chess Checker was up. We called Clive Davis, and fortunately he's a man with vision and a man who appreciated our talent, and we had a good working relationship, creative relationship with him. So Philadelphia National Records started in 1970.
Yeah, seemed like after we signed with Clive, we went on a creative rampage, and we just started writing hit after hit after hit after hit after that. Clive always seemed to be special in our careers, always will be.
And let me follow up on that. Why do you suppose that, and did you know that Philadelphia International was going to be such a success at that time when you came to Clive, or however that happened?
I think that Kenny and myself, we knew that we were writing great songs. We knew we had a creative combination that was strong. And I think Clive noticed that. He felt those vibes when we met and started listening to some of our songs. I think he noticed something was, like Kenny said, something was real special there. I think he noticed that.
Plus, too, at the time, CBS, Clive Davis was the president of CBS, and CBS had a tremendous marketing, promotion,
and roster.
And I think that the combination between the music, the energy that we projected, which was all positive, still is all positive, and Clive Davis and his belief in what we were doing, and being able to utilize the CBS marketing and promotion structure, it was a great combination. It was a good marriage, and songs like Love Train and songs like Backstabbers and Me and Mrs. Jones, these songs were pretty much naturals because of the energy that we were projecting. They just were the songs for that time, and it just was a marriage that really worked.
So how important was Clive at that point for you?
Well, I think the most important thing in the business, period, and Clive Davis happens to be an example of that, is a person who can identify talent, raw talent, and can help develop that talent. And Clive Davis has been an example of that, being able to find undiscovered talent, raw talent, and giving it a chance to expose itself. So I think Clive Davis was very important in that aspect because he had enough guts to give us a shot to express ourselves, and he gave us the creative freedom to express ourselves the way we wanted to express ourselves, and we thank him for that. You know.
And a train underneath.
That's okay.
Okay, so, all right.
Who were the acts at that time that were with Philadelphia International?
OJ's, Billy Paul,
3 Degrees, Hal Melvin and the Blue Notes, Teddy Pendergrass,
MFSB Orchestra,
Lou Rawls, Patti LaBelle, Archie Bell and the Drills.
Yeah. The Intruders.
We had the Intruders also too.
Yeah.
And,
So you got an incredible roster at that time.
Yeah.
yeah, we had a great roster. A lot of work too, a whole lot of work.
Well, how did Philadelphia International come about?
It was like a transformation from Gamble Records.
Yeah, we had Gamble Records like in the early 60s, around 63, 64, 65, and 66, and then 67, 68. And then we went with Chess Checker as a distributor for, well, Gamble Records was an independent label. And as the independent distributors started to fold up, and the corporations, the major companies started to really start the distribution business, like CBS and Warner Brothers, we had a deal with Chess Checker, who was our distributor, and we started a new label called Neptune Records. And when we went to CBS, we wanted to start with a new image and a new label. And Ron Luxembourg, who was then the vice president in charge of Epic Records, was really the person who we talked to, and he sort of gave us the idea of Philadelphia International Records. We discussed names of records. We had all kinds of names. We had Monster Records, we had Giant Records, we had all kinds of names. And Ron Luxembourg, he said something about Philadelphia, and then we figured we'd call it Philadelphia International Records.
So you excuse me. So you already had the name Philadelphia International when you went to CBS?
No, we had the concept.
We had the concept,
not the name. We had to. It took us a few weeks to think of that name.
So then, how instrumental was Clive and CBS as far as the birth of Philadelphia International?
Well, I think the role that Clive Davis played and CBS played in Philadelphia International Records was to afford us with first the opportunity, number one, to release our records and on an international basis. And also CBS and Clive Davis, they believed in Philadelphia International. The sound of Philadelphia is we were creating a sound, you know.
Clive was into the music too, because I remember when we used to bring up our future releases, and we used to sit in Clive's office and play those releases back. That was a hell of a moment. I think Clive participated in a lot of decisions.
He's a good A&R man. I mean, he had a good ear, and we respected his ear.
Take this verse and put it up in the front. You know, it was a combination. It was awesome the way it was.
Yeah, it was a good combination.
Yeah,
and
that was a thrilling moment. Just sit in Clive's office and just listen to the final mixes, and then put it out and watch it go number one. That was a thrill.
Okay. Okay, I have basically asked all the questions that I have. Just one other thing, do you have any other comments about Clive Davis?
If you say which one it is, so I'm going to stay close up on each other. So I don't miss it.
Well, I'd like to say congratulations personally to Clive. It's well deserved. Premier record man, you know, and wish you the best of health and continued success in the music business.
Great. Okay.
Well, and also, I'd like to thank Clive for his contribution that he made to Gamblin' Huff. And we wouldn't be Gamblin' Huff today if it wasn't for Clive Davis. You know. So thanks again, Clive, and to CORE and the organization that you picked the right man, because you got a good man in Clive Davis.
Great.
One question, Dave.
Yeah.
When you're talking to Clive, do you want him talking to camera because they're talking to you?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay, just, that's it. Can we just get a minute of room tone
Sure.
or 30 seconds of room tone?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is room tone. And room tone.